The Sustainability Symposium will highlight, connect, and amplify the sustainability research within the college to foster collaboration with the research community at Penn State and beyond. I appreciate much of your support and help to host this symposium. Following the keynote address by Julian Chambliss at Michigan State University, the symposium will feature presentations by Penn State College of Arts and Architecture faculty representing the Center for Pedagogy in Arts and Design, Hammer Center for Community Design, Stuckman Center for Design Computing, School of Visual Art Studio for Sustainability and Social Action, Arts and Design Research Incubator, and Ecology Plus Design. Sustainability initiatives in the College of Engineering and Smil College of Business will also be presented at the symposium. We will open the symposium with the remarks from Stephen Carpenter, Dean of the College of Arts and Architecture, and Paul Shrivastava, Penn State's Chief Sustainability Officer and Director of the Sustainability Institute. Let me introduce Dean Carpenter in the College of Arts and Architecture first. He is Professor of Art Education and African American Studies at Penn State. He is co-director of the Summer Institute on Contemporary Art, Chief Executive Artist for Reservoir Studio, which is an interdisciplinary research, development, and pedagogy collective, and founding co-director of the Studio for Sustainability and Social Action. He recently served as interim director of the School of Visual Arts. His research interests include curriculum theory, professional development through art for pre-K-12 educators, public pedagogy, social engagement, and participatory art practices, critical art education studies, and the global water crisis as a curriculum. His mixed media assemblies, installations, and performance artworks confront and disrupt social, historical, cultural, and political constructs. Steve has been a terrific dean, and I believe his vision will lead us to advance our commitment to art, design, and sustainability across the university and beyond. Let me hand over the floor to Dean Carpenter.
Thank you, Mi-Hyun. I appreciate it. It's a wonderful introduction. It's my honor and pleasure to join everyone this morning. Just have a few remarks to kick things off this very important and meaningful symposium. I want to first thank Mi-Hyun Kang for your important work. Thank you as Director for Sustainability in the college. Your efforts, vision, and leadership are taking us to the places that we need to go. So thank you so much. Thank you also to the Sustainability Institute and to the Office of the Associate Dean for Research, Creative Practice, and Graduate Studies. Thanks and welcome to all of our members from the College of Arts and Architecture, faculty, student presenters, as well as our visitors from outside the college, our presenters and guests from outside the college, across the university, and from other universities. It's such a wonderful opportunity to be able to gather in this way. And I think the title of the symposium, Convergence, and I think the notion of a symposium rather than a conference are fitting and appropriate. A symposium titled for Convergence is exactly what we're about today, but also in terms of sustainability. The appropriate title provides a sense that, at least for me, convergence is a coming together of different points of view, different trajectories, different expectations. And in doing so, we render a common path and a common experience forward. A symposium is a means and a gathering for talking and speaking and communicating and engaging, rather than a monodirectional. It's a multi-directional and spatial conversation. So convergence is not about the individual, and it's not about the now, but rather convergence is about the collective, and convergence is about the future. So thanks to the efforts of the Sustainability Institute here at Penn State, the university has adopted the UN Sustainable Development Goals to guide our collective sustainability efforts. Their own description, and by there I mean the UN's description of these goals, speaks to, quote, a shared vision. A shared vision, not a singular vision, but a shared vision. And it's a vision that's organized through convergence, through multiple trajectories converging and collectively moving forward. So in my view, sustainability must be a vision that moves beyond environmental concerns, which is where most people ground themselves in initial conceptions of sustainability, not to the exclusion of environmental concerns, but the inclusion, and toward sustaining equity and access to basic human needs for everyone. In the College of Arts and Architecture, sustainability informs a fair amount of what we already do in our current research, our creative practice, our engagement, and our teaching. So it makes perfect sense that we're weaving sustainability throughout the fabric of our strategic plan in multiple ways to converge, multiple ways to collectively move forward. Sustainability must not be about chasing trends. It must not be about following fads and current moments. Sustainability must be about leading in new directions, finding new paths, and creating new possibilities. Not because it's fashionable, but because it's necessary. Sustainability must not emerge from what is fashionable, but from what is necessary. I said that twice because it's so important. And I think it's a key component of what meaningful sustainability and sustainable efforts are all about. For some people, sustainability, engaging and living in the world in equitable ways or seeking ways to gain access is not a fad, and it's not something you can turn on and off because it's convenient, but it's a daily practice and a daily way of life. So in conclusion, I just want to remind us that convergence is not about the individual in the now, but it's about the collective and about the future. So here today, we're talking about a sustainable collective and a sustainable future. With that, I'll turn it over back to Mi-Hyun for the next step and the next speaker. But I want to thank you all for joining us. Have a productive and an inspiring symposium. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Steve, for your wonderful remarks in discussing about what's meaning for us for convergence and sustainability. Now, I would like to introduce Dr. Shrivastava. He is Penn State's Chief Sustainability Officer, Director of the Sustainability Institute, and Professor of Management at the Smil College of Business. Prior to the positions, among many others, he served as the first executive director of Future Earth's global research platform. His research uses science and arts to develop transdisciplinary solutions to sustainability challenges we have. He's working with the colleagues at Penn State, at Future Earth, and at the United Nations to develop programs for implementing sustainable development goals and monitoring and measuring their progress. I believe his efforts infusing sustainability across research, teaching, community, and student engagement at Penn State University's 24 campuses can help us implement sustainability across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and beyond. It has been my privilege working with you, Paul. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Shrivastava.
Thank you, Mihan. And good morning, everybody. Can you hear me? Okay, great. So, Mihan, am I going to do my screen sharing?
Please do so.
Okay. So before I do my screen sharing, let me say a few words of thank you to all of you who have helped organize this symposium and all of you who are doing the hard work of sustainability within arts and architecture. Thank you to Stephen Carpenter for his leadership, and even before he became dean, for his interest in sustainability and his personal research in the area of water and the arts. We are very thankful to have a leader like this at the head of arts and architecture who deeply understands and is committed to sustainability. And before Stephen arrived, I also want to record a vote of thanks to Barbara Corner for getting us started in this direction and setting the sort of founding stones and helping hire Mi Hyun Kang, the director of sustainability, who I also want to thank for organizing this symposium. Moreover, all of you who are heading departments and heading institutes, the Faculty of Arts and Architecture, have done amazing work in the last year that I have watched very closely. So I want to record my thanks to all of you and also for participating in today's symposium. And then to the students of arts and architecture, we at the Sustainability Institute have benefited tremendously from the work that students are doing along with faculty guidance, both in the ecology and design program, and Lisa Ayulo's students who have helped us reimagine the Sustainability Experience Center through their studio class. And we've had a number of other student engagements. So thank you all for everything that you all are doing. And then finally, I don't want to miss the speakers and panelists today. You all are spending a lot of your time here and we appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining. Uh, and we look forward to your discussions and your presentation, especially to Julian for his willingness to serve as the keynote today. So with that, I'm going to make a few remarks about sustainability as we are imagining it at Penn State. What arts and architecture has done is exemplary. There are a few schools that I want to call out, and all three of them are present over here. School of Business, School of Engineering, and Arts and Architecture as the leaders of sustainability among colleges within Penn State. And this idea of convergence and bringing all three of them together is simply something that we have been aspiring to for a long time. So I'm really grateful to all of you for participating and making this happen. Uh, this is an institutional process, as you know. We at the Sustainability Institute would like the rest of the university to follow in your footsteps. There are 52 budgetary units within this university, and you are three of them. So we have a long way to go. But I wanted to share with you my vision for what it might look like if we all went in this direction. So as Stephen already mentioned, we are adopting a framework of the Global Agenda 2030 by the United Nations, which is articulated in terms of 17 Sustainable Development Goals. We realize how large and diverse we are as an organization. On Penn State is, I keep saying this to people, Penn State is larger than many countries. We are a land grant institution with 100,000 enrollment, 17,000 employees, a budget of $6.8 billion, which is larger than the GDP of 40 countries. We are spread over 22, 23, maybe 24 campuses, 13 colleges, 52 business units, 22,000 acres of land, 32 million square feet of land that we manage. So this is a very complicated place. As an institution, we are mature, hierarchical, multi-layered, somewhat slow, geographically distributed, complex, very complex, I might say, and things don't happen quickly. They take time. We have an abundance of information. I would say in these days of COVID, we have even an overabundance and overload of information. And we are entering into a period where resources are going to be constrained, not just for this year. Even in the best scenarios, the economic recovery from COVID is probably a 3 to 4 year process if we are lucky and if we manage ourselves prudently. So we are coming into sustainability in a very peculiar time, and I want to be mindful of that. But even then, we imagine Penn State sustainability as a sustainability for Pennsylvania, because we are Pennsylvania in many ways. We are within 30 minutes driving distance of every citizen of this state. And you can see from the chart over there, we represent 24 communities. And if we do sustainability well at Penn State, we will make Pennsylvania sustainable. Many of the things that you all do in arts and architecture already influence the highways and the buildings across the state. So you all are really well positioned to help us make this impact across the state. How is this state doing? Well, not that well. If you look at this chart, which is the 17 or 16 goals in the columns, and on the rows are various states, Pennsylvania is number 30. And the different colors signify the likelihood of attaining a particular goal by the year 2030. So the green is a good likelihood that we will attain it. Red means zero chance that we will attain that goal. Brown is a little closer to red, and yellow, take it from me, we are not doing very well. We are not likely to achieve any goal by the year 2030 if we go in the current direction. And even the goal like water, which is goal number 6, we are not likely to achieve, although many other states are going to achieve that goal. So what can we be doing, and how are we imagining institutionalizing sustainability across Penn State? So I said we have 52 budgetary units. We are hoping to do a 360-degree integration across all these units. And we are proposing the structure of the 3 C's: Sustainability Chair, Sustainability Council, and Sustainability Charter, to be created within each unit, focusing on the Sustainable Development Goals. Not all units will focus on all goals. They'll pick and choose the ones that they have assets to deliver on. And currently in the first year, at the end of the first year, I'm happy to report that 10 colleges, including the 3 represented here, and 5 campuses have adopted this model and are already moving towards building their charters and have created councils and established chairs. In addition, we have a Sustainability Operating Council that is an overview council for the finance and business division of the university, which you might or might not know is a very large part of the university that manages operations and facilities and all the infrastructure. So we're trying to do integration in everything that we do, not just in curriculum and research, which are, of course, curriculum, research, and co-curricular are the most important elements, but the university also has huge amounts of buildings and plants and so on. So we are integrating sustainability into strategic planning. In the foundations, we already have a foundation called Ensuring a Sustainable Future. And among the systems, we are in conversation and engagement with human resources, F&B, OPP, which is physical plant and facilities. Okay, basically 360-degree captures it all. I'm going to skip this because I'm already at the end of time. So let me just come to my last couple of slides and point out some resources that are available to all of you. One is the Sustainability at Penn State highlight report that gives you a much more detailed explanation of what I've been trying to express for the last 10 minutes. There's a hell of a lot more going on than I can recount in 10 minutes. So please take a look at this. The website is there. And this is probably the more important document, which is a sustainability planning guide. I know all the colleges are now involved in doing strategic planning. This is a guide we developed so that you can incorporate sustainability into your planning efforts. So I hope this symposium brings out important research and curriculum issues for integrating sustainability, and also for incorporating it into your future plans. Thank you very much for having me, and I look forward to today's conversations.